Let's solve a super interesting question from free fall under gravity. A stone falls freely under gravity. It covers distance h1, h2 and h3 in the first 5 seconds, the next 5 seconds and the next 5 seconds respectively. The relation between h1, h2 and h3 is, we are asked, what's the relation between h1, h2 and h3? We know when an object falls freely from rest, the distance h in time t is given by the formula h equals 1 half gt square, where g is the acceleration due to gravity. The initial velocity of the free fall body equals 0. This is the diagram. h1 is the distance traveled by the free fall in the first 5 seconds. In the first 5 seconds, distance covered by the stone in the first 5 seconds, that is t equals 5 seconds, is h1 equals 1 half g. In the place of t we are using 5 square, then 5 square is 25. The answer for h1 is 25 over 2g. Let's go for the second. In 10-second total, the total distance fallen will be h1 plus h2. So, distance traveled by the stone in the next 5 seconds, that the total time will be 10 seconds, equals h1 plus h2 equals 1 half g. In the place of t we are using 10 square. So 10 square is 100. 100 upon 2 will become 50 g. In 15 seconds total, distance fallen is h1 plus h2 plus h3. Distance traveled by the stone next 5 seconds, so total time will be 15 seconds. h1 plus h2 plus h3 equals 1 half g 15 square. The answer is 225 upon 2 times g. Let us collect all the important equations. So the first equation say h1 equals 25 upon 2 times g. The second equation is h1 plus h2 equals 100 upon 2 times g. The third equation is h1 plus h2 plus h3 equals 225 upon 2 times g. Good. Now let us subtract the first equation from the second equation. We get the value of h2. h1 plus h2 minus h1 equals 100 upon 2g minus 25 upon 2g. So we get 75 upon 2 times g equals 3 times h1 equals h2. So h1 equals h2 upon 3. This answer is available with the option D. So option D is correct. You no need to go further in solving the problem. Anyhow, we solve the problem. Subtract 2 from equation 3. So we get h1 plus h2 plus h3 in total minus h1 plus h2 in total equals 225 upon 2g minus 100 upon 2g. So h3 equals 125 upon 2g equals 5 times h1. So h1 equals h3 upon 5. So option D is correct. Quick tip. Always find the total distance first. Then subtract to find in between distances. Good. If you are very good in solving the problem, this distance you call it as S5. This distance you call it as S10, and this distance you call it as S15, and solving S15 minus S10 and solving S10 minus S5, you get the answer in 45 seconds.